right, closing in on Super Bowl 60 this Sunday between the Patriots and the Seahawks. It is the 10th rematch in Super Bowl history, but the winner in the rematch, by the way, 6-3 in the second meeting. So maybe that bodes well for the Seahawks. We'll have to wait and see. We do know that the Super Bowl is just a little bit different than any other postseason game, though. This is like a week-long experience. You got media and Radio Row. You've got all the activities. And then, of course, the expectations to win the big game. So let's bring on someone who knows a thing or two about Super Bowls. Our Amy Trask, our former CEO, joining us here on HQ Spotlight. Amy, always love checking in with you on a Friday. Let's talk about the Super Bowl because it's like this big thing. Everyone always calls it the big game and everybody wants to get there. What really makes the Super Bowl so different from the rest of the playoffs?
Well, Haley, you are so wise to mention as you are opening that which goes on leading up to the game. Once the game starts, once that ball is kicked off, it's football. How do your wide receivers match up with my corners? Can my corners cover your wide receivers? How does your pass protection match up with my pass rush? How does my pass rush get through your pass protection? It's football once the game is kicked off. But in the week, we only had a week, or weeks as it is now leading up to the game. I'm still not over that. Leading up to the game, it is just crazy from a business standpoint. You have players and their families, staff and their families, team ownership, not just the primary controlling owner, but all of the limited partners and minority owners and their families, sponsors, advertisers, suite holders, club seat holders, season ticket holders, media right holders, local media right holders. Everyone needs to be taken care of. You need to make flight arrangements and housing arrangements and ticket arrangements and food arrangements. It is crazy on the business operations part of the organizations, but crazy busy in the very, very best way. You pointed out Radio Row. That's one of the events that goes on. There is so much that goes on that requires business attention. And what you want to do as a team is handle all of that and leave your coaches and your players to focus on the game.
This is the last time that they're going to do this, so let those guys on the field focus up on that football game and let all the other guys handle that stuff off the field. So we were excited for Super Bowl 60 coming up this weekend. Amy, we are also excited because we continue to see the NFL grow each and every year globally. I have been fortunate to go to two international games. I went to the Spain game this past November, and then I also went to Frankfurt, Germany last year with 2 years ago with the Dolphins. I love them. I really enjoyed getting other fans' perspectives too, like the German fans loved football. And so it's very interesting culturally seeing where other teams and other people look at our sport. There's pros and cons, though, with it here, Amy. We're seeing Melbourne for a divisional game in the NFC West. We are seeing the Cowboys go to Rio. Walk us through the pros and cons of these international games.
Well, to begin, I agree with you. I love the international growth. It is good for league business, but it's good for the world as well. And I will get into that in one moment. There are logistical challenges. Melbourne is an obvious one, given the flight time. But Haley, as I've shared before, the teams and the league do everything imaginable to make the travel as easy as possible. Every single obstacle, everything that could possibly be annoying is removed from the travel. They can't shorten the miles between point A and point B, but I can assure you that getting there is as seamless and easy as possible. As to the international growth, as I mentioned, it's good for league business, but it's also good for the world. Sports can unite. I know it doesn't always, but it can unite. And for the 30 years I was in the league, I would look out at the stadium and I would see stadium after stadium, both home games and road games, filled with people who might believe they had nothing in common with anyone else in that stadium. But in moments of excitement, they would grab one another and hug. And in moments that were just heartbroken, they would exchange looks. They'd have conversations. They would unite during those hours together. They shared special moments. They had a shared passion. And it was always my hope that the next time an issue could divide us, the people in that stadium who realized, you know what, I do have things in common with people with whom I didn't believe I have them in common, would remember that. And international games can do this on a global scale. People of different nationalities, different religions from different countries, countries which may be at odds with one another, People who believe they have nothing in common with one another may believe they do. So you know what? Next time there's an issue that could divide us as a world, my hope is those people remember shared moments in the game. Yep, logistical challenges, competitive balance issues, but the league can address them. So keep on growing, NFL. Go around the world.
A very pointed message at this time ahead of the Super Bowl, Amy. We love that. I do remember in Spain, it was so fun. All of the fans enjoyed when a kicker would kick because they love soccer over in Madrid. So that was like their thing. They loved whenever the kickers made field goals or extra points. Yeah. Before we let you go, Amy, when I talked to you last Friday, we were talking about the future of the Raiders and what that was going to look like. They got to get a head coach. We are hoping that Klint Kubiak stays to his word. He's going to be the next coach there in Vegas. Again, he cannot sign the paperwork until Sunday is done. Why is Klint Kubiak the guy that's going to hopefully take this team to the next level?
Well, the Seahawks scored the third most points in the league this year. He best positioned Sam Darnold to be his best. He brought the best out in his offense. Now, look, if he can bring the defense with him, that would be a really good thing as well. But he does excite people from an offensive perspective. As to a deal, you're absolutely right. Of course, it can't be done until after the Super Bowl. And as I used to tell someone in our player personnel department, it's not a deal until the contract is signed. My understanding is Klint has asked for clarity as to the roles of a wide variety of people in the organization, and that he's asked for transparency going forward, and I think it's smart that he has done this.
Spoken like a true head coach. We will see what comes to be as you take a look there at Kubiak's timeline in the NFL. Amy, always so good to see you on a Friday. We appreciate your time and your insight, and we learned today.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Today. We're going to go maybe check out some international games. Amy, so much fun.
See you there.
Hopping on a plane and headed to Rio. That's where I want to go to watch my Dallas Cowboys. Plenty more conversations to be had over on CBS Sports HQ. We stream for free 24/7. You can check us out on the Paramount Plus app, also on the CBS Sports app.